safe, baby? Am I 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 safe,
endless sun as the days go on forever. There's no place for time when you're young. Can't find the words, but we know how we feel. Could we stay longer here in the summer? In the summer.
they got to say. My heart is on display, but I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Why you been getting busy? I've been getting dizzy, trying not to keep you in mind. Now I'm 35 and suddenly enticing since you came back in my life. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Omnict oddities, Twitch viewers, gamers alike, whoever you are, thank you again for joining us here on today's Softlock broadcast. This is our Saturday EU Region Minutemen tournament today. So whether it is the evening for you, sort of later evening probably if you're Western Europe, let alone if you're a little bit east of Germany and all them, or whether you're in the NA with some of us working here with the Softlock organization, appreciate you guys coming out. We'd also like to say thanks to every other viewer and anybody else in our Discord server as well. You can support this stream mostly by telling your friends and bringing viewers, but we do understand it's not as easy as everybody wishes it was. Tell all of your other Overwatch friends about our Discord server as well. Get them involved in the community somehow. That'll also help us out. Remember that when Season 3 ranked mode ends here, coming up very soon, the competitive Overwatch League Discord server will be a great place to get pickup games. Give you a very brief idea of what that is. It's just organized 6v6. Somebody picks a captain and you try to pick people at random and get the best games you can. So while rank mode is down, the Cal League Discord will be a great place to get practice. Folks, we are in our grand finals and our 3 maps have been chosen with the teams here. We are going to have not Team 3 as they kind of work their way and stole the limelight from the stream. They worked their way into the grand finals here. The not Team 3 is going to be on the defense first. Their opponents will be the Red Jaguars in the red colors. They're not trolling us with the Hanzo. They might try the Sonic Arrow tactic. Our 3 maps for today, we're starting on Kings Row. We're going to be stepping into Hollywood no matter who wins the first map. And we will be going to Dorado, so a little bit more bread and butter showing of the 3 maps here.
Alright, and the match is about to start, and as we saw, it was a troll pick for the caster bait again. He switched back to McCree instead of Hanzo.
Caster bait indeed, so no Sonic Arrow there, I guess.
I would have loved to see a Hanzo now, because it's something different we don't see every day. And this is a fast push. The defending team is not even holding the choke. They just defended the point from the start on.
Yeah, the Red Jaguars are pretty deep in there. Their Zarya is asleep at the moment right now, so they're trying to keep her alive and healthy, and it looks like that is the case. There's a long run back for the defenders, so if they don't start getting some frags here soon, this is going to fall in favor of the Red Jaguars. We see Metrics going in for a pin. Metrics gets killed pretty quick, and Ependary and Vacancy are doing a great job staying alive right now. It looks like we're going to have to see not Team 3 back up and force at that point.
And that's the first point already. That was fast. That was like under a minute, I think.
All right, that on a nade at the very, very end there by Sheik granted them the nano boost. All of a sudden, things are looking a little bit worse than point A being captured with the nano boost ready. A Graviton Surge of all things. That's the second ultimate for the attacking team. Red Jaguars in a very, very demanding position at the moment.
And they have a sneaky soldier on the defending team who's going for the window and just going to deal out some damage in the back.
Well, let's see if he receives the nano boost or not. He's not. He's just gonna attack Visor from the back right away, laying into the team. His Zarya 1354 is also pushing with him, and the rest of the team is pushing. This is very nice coordination by not Team 3, but I don't think it's enough to win the fight. We're gonna see a returning Tac Visor, and all of a sudden Punk TD is racking up frags against not Team 3. We're gonna see this Lucio run away and maybe escape with his life, maybe not. Niles really trying to put on the move. Barely going to survive, but the important thing is the cart is being pushed by the Red Jaguars at the moment.
Yeah, the Red Jaguars are doing a really good job at the moment. They're just pushing the cart the whole time. Nobody's trying to contest them from the defending team. And I think, yeah, now they're going to contest for the cart, which is, I don't know if it's the best idea just directly in front of the control point.
Well, not Team 3 has some tools to win the fight, but they're caught in the Graviton Surge first, and just like that, with the attacker's aggressive advantage. This fight is already over. Niles running for their dear life, barely getting the Reinhardt juke there, but Niles is not going to make it out alive. That is a 6-person wipe, 5 of them all at once, and the support going down at the very end. Just like that, 5 out of the 6 members on Red Jaguars and on fire. They are looking fantastic this game so far with a whole 5 minutes left.
But that was a perfect Deadeye, and I think, as you can see, his name is John Titer. He has time traveling abilities. He knows when he has to pop that Deadeye and get everyone.
Oh goodness, you're right, Vapor Maid. He made the read of the Sentry because he saw it beforehand. The Reinhardt shield battle, pretty even at the moment. We're going to see 1354's Graviton Surge. Metrics tries to follow up, but a really, really nice Earth Shatter keeps that from happening. Most of the team is going to die. The Red Jaguars are going to lose this push, but it could have been much, much worse. And a very nice speed boost from Armadillomon. Going to go ahead and get the team back to safety.
Yeah, right now the defending team is pushing a little bit forward just to keep that card moving backwards. But, yeah. As we can see, right now the defending team still has their Nano Boost and the Tactical Visor. Also a Deadeye, which can easily stop a push.
Okay, and instead of the push being stopped in a natural fashion in 6v6 Overwatch, we're going to have a forced pause push here. So we are going to take a brief moment in our game. All we're really looking at is a defender's advantage in every way, shape, and form. They have decent positioning right now. Nobody's actually up top at the moment, Vapor Mage. So they are kind of sacrificing a positional advantage that they could have at the moment. But the position that their tanks are in and also the ultimates that they have right now, like you said, this was a team actually, not Team 3 is the one who used their Graviton Surge. I think it was Graviton Surge, and they nano boosted their McCree to Deadeye and got a huge quad kill with it. So they could have that planned again, or the tactical visor and nano boost combination, which is a bread and butter nano boost combination, just because you can't miss your shots and it does so much damage.
Yeah, but the Soldier is really gonna need a good positioning for this really. Basically, the Serpent is just a really long choke. If the Soldier can somehow get behind the enemy lines and then pop his ultimate with the Nano Boost, he's gonna deal tons of damage and just destroys the enemy team probably.
I have a feeling they might not try that because Nunix actually did try that before. That play didn't go so hot, so we'll see if they try the same thing where they actually do a nano boost attack visor and try it in a different fashion this time, or if they try the same thing and force Nunix into the back line in some way and try to force out a attack visor combination. So in the meantime, folks, we'll talk about some of the people that help sponsor us again. We run a Sunday event, which is called the Competitive Overwatch League Open League. So it's the Cow Open League. It is a week-by-week standing style tournament. So every team that enters will get a certain amount of points based on how high they rank. It is an organized tournament, so you will need 6 members at a minimum, and you are allowed 1 extra person on your roster. For obvious reasons to sub them out, and you will gain points along the weeks. The top 8 teams that have the highest amount of points will all be placed against each other, and then I don't remember exactly how, but we will also add 2 more teams. So at the end of Season 3 ranked mode, when Blizzard decides to wrap their season up, we'll be hosting an event. It'll be a 2-day event, and it'll be a tournament with 10 teams competing in, I believe, a double elimination bracket, and it will be for a Matcherino prize pool as well. So you can actually type !Matcherino in our Twitch chat right now, and it should bring you to the Matcherino page for the most recent event. If not, it will be updated on the day of our event. So Sundays is the day we do the Cow Open League, and the Cow Open League will be wrapping up here shortly, as we are expecting Blizzard's Season 3 competitive rank mode to be wrapping up here in the next few weeks, probably. All right, so quick update. We, in all of our events, actually implement the same pause rule. So per bracket round, you're allowed 1 pause. What that means is actually, so in a semifinal or a grand final where you're playing a best of 3 or first of 2, you're only allowed 1 pause for all 3 maps per team. It's case-by-case basis, and admins are obviously allowed to make their own decisions. But right now, we have a little bit less than 2 minutes to go for the allotted time. I believe one of the players said they had some sort of sound issue, so we give them 5 minutes to work that out. The teams are communicating on the time right now, and our tournament admin is cleverly using some sort of online, or I don't know if they're using their wristwatch or whatever, but somebody's keeping track of the time for us. Should be at about 90 seconds now before we get this match going. Whether the person has fixed their issue or not, this is the problem and the beauty of online gaming. The cool part is I could be in Canada and you can be in Africa and we can play games together, but you got to deal with stuff like this.
Imagine, like, I don't know if you remember the times, if you did, like, when you were younger, going to a LAN party with your friends and you just spent the whole day trying to connect to each other.
Yes, been there,
just to
done
play
that.
around Warcraft 3.
Let alone going to LAN and not having. So part of the problem when you go to a LAN is you don't have your desk. You don't have, you don't have your surroundings. You don't have your normal environment at all. You don't have your same desk. Even if you bring your mouse pad, keyboard, monitor, you can only replicate your own desk at home or your own gaming area for so long. So that is, yeah, that's part of the fun in LAN, is playing in an uncomfortable situation, taking so long to organize the BYOB part of the LAN.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh, I just had a recent talk with some fighting game players, friends of mine actually, about how LAN is dying and has been dying, is basically dead for the most part. Battle.net is a thing of the past and a thing of the future, as the most recent Battle.net is online only, and our game is finally back online here, Vapormaid. The Reinhardt Shield battle is looking as typical as ever. All 6 players respond for each team, and again, we were just talking about the defensive advantage right now for not Team 3.
Yeah, as you can see right now, there comes the nano boosted soldier ultimate, doing a little bit of damage, but not doing quite enough right now.
I think they are going to clean up a few kills here. They're definitely going to get that Reinhardt, maybe get this McCree that's not really leaving early enough, but it looks like he is finally going to get out of there. So yeah, well, you're right. While they spent Tac Visor and Nano Boost and didn't get a huge wipe out of it, they still have an ultimate advantage. They still have great position, and they communicated it pretty well, where they popped the Tac Visor by the time the Reinhardt shield wasn't gone, but it was about to be gone. So not bad fight for not Team 3. They're going to need like 3 more fights to go that way, though, if they're to hope to keep this cart from getting to its destination.
Yeah, and just now the Reinhardt shield pellets are starting again, because I think they're just trying to bait out the Earthshatter from the other Reinhardt. And there it goes.
Right away, Metrix lays an Earthshatter down onto the Soldier 76 Punk DD, who actually got a Nano Boost with his Tac Visor. That ultimate combination has been shut down, and this is a nice hold here from not Team 3, as they just shut down the attack attempt of the attackers here.
But right now we're coming up with the enemy, with the attacking team, who has all their ults, and there goes the Deadeye, just picking off 3 enemies.
And just like that, the Red Jaguars put themselves into a 5 versus 1 situation. Niall's the only one alive. Thankfully, the whole team is going to spawn together, since that Deadeye killed them all at the same time. Lucio's going to be able to speed boost everybody out, but this is still a 5 versus 6 right now. Things are looking desperate for the defenders, but they do have a Nano Boost ready. Here comes the Nano Boosted Nunix. His Reinhardt is here on the field with him. Can they get it done?
Right now it looks really good for the defenders. I think they can hold this, because there's only Zarya, Reinhardt going, and that's for the Reinhardt. Yeah, the defenders made this really good. I was kind of worried they won't contest the card, because it looked like nobody wanted to go in, but they made it in the last second.
Alright, Vapormaid, well, hey, just like that, before our pause went down, we were at over 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes, 15 seconds last time I brought up the time. We now have 120 seconds, a flat 2 minutes here. We're going to see a Graviton surge from 1354. This is going to be their chance to try to wipe this team. Doesn't look like the fight is going their way so far, but it is going to force the Red Jaguars to back up. Jonathan is actually going to go try to make a play, it looks like. Can't tell if the Red Jaguars want to retreat or not. They should be getting out of here slowly and collecting themselves.
Yeah, they really have to reset it. There's no way they can finish this push right now. Even though they have 1 cam, not quite sure, but now they're all together. Now they have a chance to go in.
Red Jaguars actually performing a split push, some of them pushing through the health pack room, some of them pushing through the main, but Metrix on the defending team, not Team 3, gets a very good looking Earthshatter, chases a bunch of people away. They're going to trade a tank for a tank now, so we're looking at a 4 versus 4 situation, even trading. Big defenders ultimate advantage. We're going to see both sound barriers being popped in, looks like, and the defenders, again, not Team 3, they're really starting to come into their own here in the last 65 seconds of our game.
The Deadeye was a nice try, but it didn't really work out for the attacking team. The McCree was just out of positions right now.
just like that, speaking of McCree out of position, Janitor out of position again. John Titer, I keep wanting to call him Janitor, like a janitor named John. I thought that was his name, but I keep forgetting it's John Titer. That McCree has actually now changed the Tracer. We are now seeing the composition change. A Nano Boost and a Sound Barrier are ready for the attackers. Red Jaguars only have 30 seconds to make this happen, Vapor Maid. A lot of defending ultimates are ready as well.
Yeah, there's a Graviton Surge again, and I think it's gonna pop now. Yeah, there it is, and just destroying the whole push. Even though the attackers still have a Nano Boosted Reinhardt, but he can't do much alone against the whole team.
We are seeing more Nunix love in Twitch chat as Nunix really helped make a play there. A very good Graviton Surge earlier from 1354. They're going to change the D.Va off of the Zarya just to try to clean up this last part of the push. Here comes a desperate attempt from the attackers. The Red Jaguars pop their Sound Barrier. They get their D.Va on the point. We now have what we like to call a payload salsa or a payload dance here at Soft Block. And we're going to see an Earth Shatter go down. Not really actually pick up a lot of stuns, but regardless, Red Jaguars starting to get their frags. They are not out of this game yet, Vapor Maid.
Yeah, and as it seems right now, there actually might be a chance they are making this.
Yeah, all of their teammates are alive. So now it's 6 versus 3, and with Baby D.Va on the field, might as well be a 6 versus 2. Oh, and all of a sudden we see one of the defenders just getting laid into, not really doing anything about it as they just hang out and get fragged. We are going to see the attackers finally get this payload push here. They are at the very, very end.
And it worked out for them.
All right,
I didn't see that one coming.
Just like that, yeah, I did not either. The Red Jaguars had 5.25 minutes in the third phase to get the payload to its destination, and they used all of that 5.25 minutes and then some, a good 15 or 30 seconds of overtime there from Red Jaguars. So I think we're going to have to step back into lobby here or wait for a player to get back in the game. I think if we step back into lobby, it actually resets the game. So that is not an option.
Yeah.
We're now going to, I think this is the other team. So this should be
Yeah,
both
this is time it's
pauses
the other
taken.
team. Yep.
All right, so same thing going into effect here now. We are going to give the players a 5-minute leniency period to get what looks like a player disconnect resolved, and then we will resume the footage right after that. All right, we're going to actually take a break this time and step away as there's nothing to commentate in the game as the game has not started. Reiterate for you guys, this is thankfully the red team is the Red Jaguars in the grand finals versus not Team 3. This is our first map. We're going to step away briefly as we give our player a chance to reconnect to the game. We'll be about 4 minutes or less now. Thanks again for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitch viewers and Overwatchers alike, welcome back to the Softlock stream. We are again in our grand finals. We're only on the first map out of a potential 3 in our grand finals here. Thankfully, everything resolved in about the most peaceful and easy way we could ask for. Right at the end of the 5-minute timer, our player has connected. They say they're at the loading screen. Our game is actually being unpaused, and we are in the Assemble Your Heroes phase, so everybody's got some time before anybody will be running out of their spawns here. Again, my name is Aaron LOL, and I'm joined by Vapormaid here on the in-game production crew, as we're just waiting for people to spawn here on the famous King's Row. Again, our teams being the Red Jaguars in the red, very easy, and not Team 3 in the blue. Not Team 3 almost had a defense, but they did force their opponents into overtime before the final capture was complete. Disconnect or not, the payload has been pushed to its final destination. And again, Vapor, this is only our first map out of a potential 3 today.
Yeah, and I hope we can really see 3 maps, because right now every game was way too fast over. It was just a steamroll train tonight.
Well, the fights in this have been more back and forth. I feel like, I mean, at least when it came to the Red Jaguars being on attack, they had fights that looked extremely one-sided, and then there were fights that looked extremely one-sided on the other hand as well. Speaking on the other hand, there's a Torbjorn party in the attacking spawn right now, and if you look, he's actually got a magic turret that is floating on a spinning dry erase board.
Oh wow, I missed that. How
Yeah,
did he even do it?
I don't know, cheater. We'll make sure to ban that Blizzard user right away. So as we are ready to spawn here, the attacking composition about to show its hand. They have a Widowmaker so far. The defending composition looks insanely similar. 2-2-2 has been chosen on a Lucio. Soldier 76 and the young Jesse McCreed, the old Reinhardt and the younger weightlifter Zarya. Nunix is staying on Widowmaker. Nunix being praised to carry most of these games for not Team 3 so far, although 1354 and Metrics have done an insanely good job. Speaking of Metrics doing a good job, he almost gets killed onto Bacon Thief, but just like that, Red Jaguars at a 2 advantage right now, 4 versus 6 for the defenders.
There goes the Widowmaker. This is the first kill for the Widowmaker. She hasn't done that much work yet, but it still keeps the defenders on attention all the time, like watching out where the Widow is, don't stand out of position, which helps for the attacking group of his team, because the enemy team is distracted by the Widow.
Yeah, the Widowmaker is just forcing positioning. Now she almost gets up to her perch spot near the clock tower where she wants to be. She doesn't get there. She's just going to keep her line of sight down Mace. She finally gets to pick onto a support player. That should be pretty good, but Metrics needs it in there and get healed first before Not Team 3 actually has the chance to attack. Not Team 3 is going to lose their Lucio as well, so now it is a Lucio versus, or a no Lucio versus no Lucio battle on the point. We're going to see a nano boosted Reinhardt from Bacon Thief, and he is going to push away the rest of Not Team 3. Metrics basically by themselves. Seems like Metrics wants to hang out in the fight because they have their Earth Shatter ready, but it is smart to just get out instead, regroup with the supports. Not Team 3 being stumped on their second attempt to push.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Nunix is... Yeah, just what I was about to say. I was wondering if he's switching back to his Tracer. Because the Widowmaker didn't quite work out that much. I mean, he got one of the supports, but it didn't really help pushing.
Trading Earth Shatters here, and Metrics definitely gets a better trade out of the two. The Lucio's taken out of the equation. Just like that, Metrics is getting all sorts of kills. Not Team 3 looks very dominant. There is going to be an attempt at a defensive Deadeye, but that defensive Deadeye doesn't do a damn thing. Point A has been forfeit to Not Team 3. Let's see how far they push up into the streets phase while they leave 3 people on their card.
Yeah, as you can see right now, Reinhardt's taking the front position already for his shield just to cover some area. So his team can just free push for a little bit. Because most of the times, if you are not careful enough, you can really get stuck in that archway there where the card's moving in right now.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams at this point have kind of fallen to the default of pushing up to the pub. That way they don't get stuck in that little archway, which would be the first choke point of the card, I guess you could say. Nunix is helping with the Reinhardt shield battle where they actually should be flanking. We're going to see the tanks start to engage each other. We'll see where Nunix decides to go. Nunix is actually staying with the team. And just like that, Bacon Thief is in a really bad spot. Bacon Thief is going to get taken out, and Metrics with 2 kills is really going to help position their team. Not Team 3 looking really strong so far.
Oh, and Metrics is doing a really good job on Reinhardt right now. In this last push he made, 3 kills. That was really nice. You just pinned the enemy's area, then the Reinhardt shield broke, he just hammered the Reinhardt down, and he got one with a fire strike.
All right, 1354 has a Graviton Surge, and Unix has a Pulse Bomb. Is the Pulse Bomb going to come out here? The Pulse Bomb does come out, picks up an easy 2. Sound Barrier also being spent. There is bad news for not Team 3. They spent way too many ultimates, but they're about to go on a team kill. Lucio's going to push the cart as he has to deal with another Lucio, but his Ana will wake up and help him very soon. The Lucio is going to go down for the Red Jaguars. Red Jaguars now having a humongous ultimate advantage.
Yeah, they basically have everything to stop push right now, and I wonder if they can make it happen. But they should be fine with it.
Well, there is a nano boost on the side of not Team 3 who's on the attack. Nunix is also uncontested. Nunix is being a huge nuisance to the Reinhardt and the Zarya, but that is just going to force the Red Jaguars to push. Old Man 76 saying he feels unstoppable, and with his tanks leading in front of him, he basically is only picking up 2 kills though for 2 ultimates, so actually a pretty good trade there for not Team 3. And look at this, Nunix is doing an incredible job of staying alive.
Yeah, this is what Nunix can really do best, as we've seen before. He's always in the back side of the enemy team, and nobody really cares for him.
Unit now dealing with Soldier 76 as there is a frontline battle engaging. The Lucio from Red Jaguars pops the sound barrier. That triggers the teams to attack. We're going to see not Team 3 smartly try to retreat, but check this out. Ependary on some epic positioning. Very smart stuff. Just like that, we see 5 out of 6 people killed. That's a very nice attack and very nice combo there from the Red Jaguars.
Yeah, it was a really nice hold, but there's still 3 minutes on the clock. They have all the time in the world to make something happen. And this can be over faster than you think.
Yeah, very good point. They will give themselves a decent time bank advantage if they are able to capture more overtime like their opponents had to. We are talking, of course, about not Team 3, who is on the attack at the moment. We're going to see a defensive Graviton Surge, but that is also going to cause the attackers, not Team 3, to pop their Sound Barrier and pop their Earth Shatter. Their Earth Shatter doesn't get a lot done, and 1354 gets a support go onto Ana. They really need the help of their trace right now, though, and this Reinhardt being separated from their team should result in certain death here.
And there comes the tactical visor. He's just trying to clear up some contested cover. It's not doing much. And did you see that before? The enemy Reinhardt pinned the tracer, but she just flew into the air. I have no idea how that happened. That was a guaranteed win on her.
Well, Nunix still alive and kicking with the Pulse Bomb as well. Nunix finally going to go down to the McCree. This McCree flank is huge. That's a very nice Earth Shatter by Bacon Teeth. It may not hit a lot of people, but it was in really good positioning with McCree behind. Very, very nice flank there from John Titer, and this is going to result in the Red Jaguars cleaning up right before the payload gets to its final destination. Still about 100 seconds left for the attackers here, so they definitely have a chance to get this payload in the next, gotta push it probably 10 meters by the time they get there.
Does they have enough time to just gather some ult charge and then decide if they want to go in or not with the ults they have? Because right now they still have the Graviton Surge and the Tracer Bomb, which we've seen in the past they work together. Yeah. And there
it is. The Graviton Surge is placed, so is the Pulse Bomb. The Pulse Bomb doesn't get any kills though, and just like that, losing a Reinhardt and an Ana for the attackers, their plans have been completely foiled. 1354 must not feel too good about that one. They really did force the issue onto the Red Jaguars, but the Red Jaguars just barely responded properly in time, picking up 5 kills for themselves. 5 out of the 6 Red Jaguars now on fire. 60 seconds to go for not Team 3 to capture this card.
Yeah, there was some really nice reflexes from Armadillomon. As soon as the Graviton Surge can be instantly popped that ultimate and save this team from the Tracer Bomb.
Alright, well now not Team 3 with their last chance here. They probably have a good 2 more engagements to attempt to win a fight. Cole almost on the attack visor, and it looks like we're going to see a very nice play here from Nunix, actually picking up some kills while the team was busy being Graviton Surged by Ependary. Oh my goodness, Vapormate, just like that. Look at that, that's 4 team members down already. And not Team 3 looks like they're going to be completing this payload push, but probably one more fight to come before that payload is captured.
Yeah, and it was exactly what they needed, and this made them win the game. The problem was for the defending team, the Graviton Surge came in, and nobody really followed up besides the Reinhardt who charged in, and that was an easy kill for the attacking team. And with the Reinhardt down, they could just deal out any damage they wanted to whoever they wanted.
Yeah, well, regardless, both teams post an insanely similar time. One team with 13 seconds over the other, so not Team 3 having a 13-second advantage. And I believe not Team 3 is actually going to be the ones to defend first. They have chosen their composition, it looks like. They're waiting on Nunix to pick something, but oh boy, here we go. Now
No,
that
the May pick.
Mixa isn't in the game and Nunix is going to take over the role of May instead. Vapor Maid, I'm thinking this is a point A hold. Like, that's what they're going for with the May pick. There's so little
Yeah,
time that
obviously.
the attacking team only gets like 2 pushes.
Maybe.
Maybe 3 with an overtime push.
Yeah, May is really good for holding that 1 minute push when you have both teams finish with a draw. Because you just have your wall every time and just takes so much time off from the because they just can't get through with that May wall.
Well, the composition looks insanely similar from before. We see Lone Man, Soldier 76 DPS role, Ana and Lucio for the defenders, and Zarya and Reinhardt again for the defenders. Very typical stuff from 1354 metrics. The attacking composition similar as well, just what they were running before. McCree 76 to Ana Lucio combo again, and Zarya and Reinhardt again, the bread and butter tanks. We already see a small advantage for the defenders, not Team 3, looking good right now. That May wall really paying dividends there as Metric is allowed to get a free pin on the Bacon.
Yeah, that was really good. With tank now gone, the whole enemy attacking team has to retreat from the position and just has to set up again, wait for the Reinhardt, which already costs way too much time for them. Which they do not have.
They're now down to 20 seconds, like you said. That cost them too much time. One of the biggest problems too, Metrics at over 70% Earth Shatter. So chances are the first ultimate of this game is going to be on the defending team, but here comes Bacon Thief regardless, getting wiped out right away. We are going to see the attackers try to force their way in here. The Red Jaguars are trying to get to the point, but there it is, Metrics with the Earth Shatter. But for anybody else's ultimate in the game, it looks like point A is going to be held. The support is struggling for their dear lives right now.
Yeah, it was a really good hold. Lunix did a good job on that May. The May wall, when, like you said, behind the attacking Reinhardt, and Matrix could just charge him and he was instantly dead. That was way too good. And costed like 30 seconds of their time, which they did not have with just 1 minute left on the timer.
Yeah, no time to spare at all there, Vapor Maid. We saw the Reinhardt Bacon Thief almost make it back to the point. Not quite. As that round ended too, we saw it would be Bobrovsky from Team 123 barely getting a nano boost too, so the ultimates were all in favor of the defenders, which was Team Not 3 at the moment. Team Not 3 now has chance to attack. They're going to have 13 seconds more than their opponent did to start an overtime tick or to capture point A, and right away we see Tracer being played by Nunix. No surprise there. We just saw metrics on Winston. We're going to see if they actually run him on Reinhardt like they're used to or try to go for a heavy dive comp. I have a feeling they're not going to try the dive comp. They're probably not so much used to it. Probably just going to see standard play with Nunix attempting to peel for the Team Not 3.
Yeah, they're probably just going to stick with the same they've done the whole tournament so far because they know it's working out for them and it's working out good for them. But what I'm seeing right now is on the defending team, they're trying to go for the triple tank just to stay alive as long as they can with Diana and Lucio and the normal soldier going for the DPS extra.
Attack the objective, as Athena says. 1 minute 13, now 1 minute 5 seconds here. Not Team 3 positioning around the statue. Bacon Thief wants to start trading hammers. We're going to keep an eye on Nunix here. Here goes Nunix through the hotel Vapor Maid, but check it out. I didn't even notice a Diva pick. Diva picked by John Titor, like you said, as the 3 tanks as they're replacing the 3. She gets ejected out of her mech, though, and it looks like Metric really wants to start pushing on A.
Yeah. This is looking really good right now in the favor for the attackers, but therefore it's their Reinhardt.
Yeah, losing their Reinhardt, big deal, but Nunix is still alive, and look at that, Nunix and 1354 working together. The Pulse Bomb is going to miss, but regardless, this Tracer is all over the place fighting a baby Diva. She's going to get a bunch of free damage onto that armor nerf that Diva has had recently, and we're seeing a big scramble on point A right now. Things are looking desperate if you are the Red Jaguars.
It's looking desperate, but they're still... No, it's not gonna work out. This one is for not Team 3.
All right, not Team 3 now dealing with the Ana. We do see nano boosted Reinhardt. Point A is going to be forfeit as we see Metric just getting in the face of the opponents at their spawn. Red Jaguars are going to forfeit the first game. This is only our first map out of our grand finals here, so it will be not Team 3 as they are just on a huge win streak. Not Team 3 won 2-0 in the semifinals. Now Not Team 3 is up 1-0 in the grand finals as we see a bunch of Nunix spam in the chat. Man, Nunix just doing a really good job staying alive out there.
Yeah, and that's what we already talked about. That's what he's doing best at. Just be in the backline, staying alive for like the whole match. I don't see Nunix dying that often. Most of the time he's just alive in the back, dealing out tons of damage on the enemy's back. Nobody tries to stop him.
Yeah, nobody, you're right. Nobody made a pick to deal with him. And I actually think that's what that Diva pick was for, because when we saw Nunix go through the hotel in this most recent match just now, the first person to respond was the Diva. You could tell they got it in their comms because the Diva went from point A to the hotel. Nunix just too good, though. Nunix was able to eject that Diva out of her mech. We are now ready for our next map. We have 2 more maps planned for you guys. I believe it's Hollywood and then Dorado in that order. I'm going to take a quick look real quick here.
Yeah, it should be Hollywood, then Dorado.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to see if the teams are ready and try to hop into our second game as fast as possible to see if not Team 3 can run away with this in the grand finals today, earn themselves the Cow Minutemen champion tag in the Discord server. It gives you a pretty different name color, so you stick out from all the rest of the other members. Gives you access to a few exclusive channels as well.
Yeah, and right now we are setting up for the next match, which Aaron already said is going to be on Hollywood, which we've seen only once so far in the tournament, because like Hollywood is one of the most played maps in competitive Overwatch with King's Row and
Dorado and
Dorado,
Gibraltar,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity, as we used to say.
Yeah, well, we may have a shot at Dorado here if Hollywood is to be taken by the Red Jaguars, who unfortunately might not be sporting the red team name anymore. Red Jaguars in the blue, maybe. We'll find out soon as we're just waiting to launch our lobby here. Make sure the production crew and the teams are ready. Might as well get your technical kinks out now because nobody has any pauses no more. So this will be about as raw footage as we can get.
Yeah, and apparently right now someone is AFK of one of the teams again. No, it doesn't look like we're about to head into the game now.
All right, and again, this is the grand finals. To reiterate, the Red Jaguars are down now. It is 1-0 in favor of not Team 3. This is a first to 2 or a best of 3, whichever terminology you would prefer. And again, this is the Minutemen EU Region Edition, as we are slowly but maybe bringing this event back. I'll make sure to keep you guys posted here throughout the rest of this broadcast if you stay tuned with us. My name's Aaron LOL in the game with VaporMade here with the Softlock production crew. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's see who gets the attack and defense first, as the defenders pretty much have to lock in their composition. No caster baiting.
Good thing this time there's no caster bait. We've seen it 3 times already, the caster bait at the start of the match.
Yeah, and surprisingly, the Widowmaker wasn't the bait. She was the real pick when the Hanzo was the bait.
Yeah.
All right, so team names and sides have changed. Unfortunately, the Red Jaguars are no longer in the red Overwatch color. Red Jaguars will be on the defense first, as they are sporting the blue trunks in game here today. The red headbands are being sported by not Team 3, who just won your King's Row map previously. It is 1-0 in the grand finals in favor of not Team 3, as their attacking composition looks like not Team 3's attacking composition, forcing Nunix onto Tracer.
Yeah, as always. But why should they change it? Like you say, never change a running system. It works for them, so why?
Never change a running system, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
My ultimate.
We're going to see Nunix dash up right away, already spending some blinks just to get some scouting information. You know, one thing I noticed about Nunix is very good, obviously, a Tracer player. You know, they have to manage their, I wanted to call them charges, their blinks properly. Nunix does a very good job of spending all 3 blinks and all at once and like actually making use of all 3 of them, because all 3 blinks you just basically completely reposition yourself. We're going to see Nunix start to dive in a very safe spot at the moment, trying to avoid the Zarya projectiles. And when Zarya is the one dealing with Tracer, you know things are going bad. Metrics going pretty deep in right away. 1354 also in the back near the dumpster already. We just see a big tank fest happening in the back. And meanwhile, the Lucio and the Soldier 76 for not Team 3 are just killing it on point right now.
But apparently it looks like they had this off. Yeah. For some reason, all of the tanks gathered in the back and were just smashing each other while the DPS were fighting it out against each other with the support set.
Well, Metrics is all by themselves right now, not even going to get out alive from that. Barely losing their shield at the end and dying to a Zarya grenade. We're just going to see not Team 3 hang out for a moment. They still have 2:40 on the clock, and they actually already got a tick on the point. That's probably from Nunix.
Yeah, that happened when the everyone was focusing on the back.
The Soldier. Yeah, the Soldier and Lucio were on the point. Well, Metrics has summoned the team now. Now everybody is all gathered up as they should be. We're watching not Team 3 do the exchange here in the Reinhardt battle. One of these Earth Shatters is better than the other. Metrics really whipping a bunch, but it doesn't matter. Metrics is going to receive the Nano Boost, and just like that, the defending team's Reinhardt of the Red Jaguars is in bad shape. Vacant Team is going to go down. We're going to see a Lucio get insanely aggressive, and he is going to pay for that very, very soon. Metrics is going to go to sleep, but regardless, 1354 picking up some kills. Punk TD on the patio in the back. The Soldier 76 is trying to save the day for the Red Jaguars right now, and the Red Jaguars actually might be in a good spot.
Yeah, they're in a really good spot right now. It's 3 versus 2 on the point, and Soldier's not contesting. But there comes back to Reinhardt onto the point, trying to get some time for his team to reset.
Well, we still see Lucio's on the point from both teams, and the defending team Lucio is going to pop their sound barrier. That is an unfortunate loss of resources as it was unneeded. There were so many of the Red Jaguars on point to so few of not Team 3. Speaking of not Team 3, only 80 seconds left in the round for them to get their attack on and capture the point. They do have one Dorito or one pick on point A already captured. Just a little bit less to go, but they are suffering right now. Not Team 3 only having an ultimate advantage to deal with in chances of capturing point A.
Right now they're heading for the high ground. I think they're probably going to pop that Zarya ult soon and try to combine it with the Soldier ultimate just to get some kills and contest the support in the backline.
Nunix does have a Pulse Bomb ready as well. We'll see if Nunix will get anything out of the Graviton Surge. It doesn't look like it. That Pulse Bomb unfortunately doesn't kill anybody, but Nunix is not being looked at and just laying out damage right now. And Vapor Maid, I believe this is the fight that Team 3 is going to win. Point A should be forfeit to the attackers.
Yep. This is exactly what they needed. That was a good combination. Even if the Tracer Bomb didn't work out that well for them, it still gave them quite some damage and time to reposition themselves on the point and just kept it.
Go. I forgive you.
All right, well, this is a really smart move from the Red Jaguars. They're going to take the elevator up. A lot of people get scared on Hollywood and just don't want to wait for the elevator. They don't want to be patient. And they just don't know how to work off high ground as well. We are not seeing that from these contestants here, thankfully. We're going to see Reinhardt get moved off just like that. Vacant Team is kind of committed, so we're going to see the Jaguars drop down. They're even going to spend their Tac Visor and their Earth Shatter. We're seeing Metrics try to defend, and all of a sudden Cole, the Soldier 76, for the attacking team is going to receive their Nano Visor. Not Tac Visoring because Cole doesn't have it, but the Nano Boost is going to be just fine. All of a sudden, not Team 3 looking like they're in a great spot.
And the attacking soldier just got a nice double kill with his Helix rockets on in the building. That was really nice.
My ultimate is charged.
1354 is getting up on the high ground, just kind of scout if anybody is around. We see the tanks very aggressively positioned to make sure that the Red Jaguars don't just come out and start contesting. Unix is going to join the team and start scouting. Got to make sure to get healed up before they go in again. We're just watching not Team 3 stay together. I'm expecting a fight here, and I'm expecting it to go in the attacker's favor because Nunix is unseen right now and has a pulse bomb. Here you go!
And that's it. What a wonderful pulse bomb. That was
That is a
exactly
team
what I
fight
wanted to
if
see.
we have ever seen one.
Yeah.
Unix getting 5 out of the 6 kills in that Graviton Surge. The only reason it wasn't a 6K for Nunix is because the Graviton Surge actually does a little bit of damage, and 1354 was just barely able to finish somebody off. This does equate in a huge ultimate advantage for Red Jaguars.
Yeah, right now they have both support ultimates ready, which they can make work off with, probably to hold off the attack. But right now it's just a huge mess in there.
It is a mess, and surprisingly, the defenders popped their sound barrier. The Red Jaguars, Lucio popped the sound barrier on the cart, but they are losing right now. It is a 4 versus 6 in favor of not Team 3, with the Red Jaguars already spending their sound barrier. This thing is not looking good for the defenders, but there are ultimates from both teams right now. Expect to see him soon. Here comes a Deadeye. Here comes a nano boosted Reinhardt, but the attackers are relentless anyways. Not Team 3 looking killer.
There was a last attempt from a soldier to just contest the card for a little bit, but there was no way this was going to work out for him.
So, not Team 3 completes the payload push. All 3 checkpoints, as most games are intended to go. They give themselves an entire minute and 41 left to work with. So, they do have a little bit of a time bank, and now this is all up to not Team 3. If not Team 3 is able to keep their opponents from fully capturing the payload, so I mean, you know, that means the Red Jaguars can get all the way to the 3rd phase. If they do not get a full cap, though, the Red Jaguars will be out of this tournament. They will be the 2nd place, the runner-up, the silver medal, whatever you want to call them, 1st place losers. They won't be the winners of today's tournament if we are to see any sort of hold from not Team 3. That being said, the Red Jaguars forced their way into the grand finals pretty convincingly from what the bracket shows. And they also have shown to be very resilient in the team fights against their opponents. So I don't believe the Red Jaguars are going to be held at point A. I even see them getting through the streets phase, but we're soon to find out. Take a look at the defensive composition here, Vapormaid, and things are looking really typical. 2-2-2 again. Lucio and Ana being the all-stars of the support classes. Reinhardt and Zarya being the all-stars of the tanks.
Yeah, I really wish we would see more Mercy, which you would also like, I guess. But right now, Ana Lucio is kind of the best combination you can have. And what I also see right now is John Tyler switching away from the McCree and is now going to play Tracer, which kind of fits into his name with the whole time traveling stuff.
Okay. That's really cool. I personally think it has more to do with the fact that Nunix is killing them as Tracer, and they're going, well, you know what? Maybe we should try replicating what Nunix is doing to us and trying to peel against not Team 3. Regardless, we'll see what John Titer tries to get done here. Things looking really typical so far. Bacon Thief and Epandary, Zarya, and Reinhardt going to be taking the front line for the attackers. This McCree on not Team 3 is not on the high ground. A little confusing to me, but we'll see how things play out. They look like they're playing very passive.
Yeah, it is very passive right now. Just the Reinhardt's going for one hammer strike, putting up the shield again. Just trying to get a little bit in front of the enemy, this Reinhardt's recharge. But there he goes. And that was kind of a mistake.
All right, we're seeing a lot of aggression all of a sudden from the Red Jaguars. John Titer barely living right now, but she is going to go down. The Tracer player, we're seeing pretty even frags being traded right now, but the positional advantage definitely in favor of not Team 3. The cafe point on point A of Hollywood, if you're at the cafe and you're defending, you're probably pretty safe. So Bobrovsky, Nunix, and Niles doing a great job holding the cafe. Just like that, though, a speed-boosted Team Red Jaguars show up, and we're just waiting for the defenders. They're dealing with the defenders' disadvantage, the spawn disadvantage, where you got to run back to the point. We're seeing a little bit of a scramble right now, and we're seeing a tac visor from Punk PD on the attack. All of a sudden, we're seeing ultimates being popped and Zarya's shields being used. We're going to see another tac visor from the defenders, and not Team 3 is desperately trying to hold on. Doesn't look like they're going to be keeping this point, though, unless they get rid of that Reinhardt.
But still, even if they get them rid of the point, they still already have 2 checkpoints, but that's it. Yeah, they got this point.
All right, so there's still a lot of time. That was only 2 pushes. That results in over 4 minutes and 3/4 of a minute in total time for the attackers, Red Jaguars, to get to the next checkpoint. we'll see what kind of defense we get here from not Team 3. There is a pretty good ultimate advantage for the attackers, namely only because they have a Graviton Surge and not Team 3 does not.
I don't know if you saw it, but that was really good from the Anna on the attack. The soldier popped his ultimate and the Anna instantly slap started the defending Reinhardt when he held down his shield for just 1 second.
All right, Metrics, the Reinhardt, laying down an Earth Shatter against the attackers, but Metrics doesn't really have any help to deal with anybody. Cole's Deadeye is going to do a little bit of zoning, but there is no advantage right now for the defenders. Not Team 3 is on the retreat. Thankfully, their Ana gets a Sleep Dart onto the Nano boosted Reinhardt. That isn't going to stunt the plans of the attackers. The Red Jaguars are still pushing the cart, but they should be losing the next fight. And we actually need to see Team 3 get aggressive. Not Team 3 needs to push right now.
Yeah, not Team 3 is really good playing aggressive, but here comes the Earth Shatter, hitting 3 people, but it does nothing, because there was no team to follow up.
Well, Metric spending the Earth Shatter, trying to get it back as quick as possible. Thankfully, even though the Earth Shatter didn't really go so well for either of the Reinhardts here recently, Metrics has spent theirs recently, and Bacon Thief was just the one to drop it kind of by themselves without any backup. There's a big defender's advantage now. They still have the spawn disadvantage, you would say, but they have a huge ultimate advantage right now. A million combinations are possible with this Nano Visor and the Graviton Surge, so we're going to wait for the defenders to make a play here, as not Team 3 should be getting aggressive, and here comes their aggressive play.
Yeah, that was a nice Graviton Surge, but it didn't do quite much. Like, nothing really died. The Graviton Surge was on point.
Yeah, nothing died during the Graviton Surge. It was all kind of the chase, and sometimes that's how your fights go, is the Graviton Surge pulls everybody in, and you do most of your damage, and everything is almost dead, but not quite dead, and then you kind of chase afterwards to get the kills. We are going to see most of not Team 3 take the high ground. Vapor Maid, all of a sudden, 4 minutes, 45 seconds has turned into 2 minutes, 25 seconds, so quite literally in half, damn near. The defenders, not Team 3, holding on so far. We're going to see the Red Jaguars spend their sound barrier and get absolutely nothing done with it.
And there comes the high noon, and what a nice high noon it was!
How often do you see a triple kill with Deadeye? Well, we saw, actually it was Cole earlier, who in one of our games got a quad kill Deadeye. That was because of a nano boosted Deadeye though. This was just a raw Deadeye, really well timed by Cole. All of a sudden, even though there is an ultimate advantage for the attackers, they're looking quite desperate. 1 minute, 45 seconds left here, Vapor Maid, for the Red Jaguars to get through the second phase.
Yeah, it's looking really bad for them right now. But they can still make it happen. As you can see, I didn't notice it, but John Titor switched to Genji and he almost has his ult up and the nano boost.
Yes, Nano Boost is ready. Dragon Blade is ready for the attackers. The Red Jaguars need to make something happen. That's a DPS class down already, and just like that, Nunix with Attack Visor is making this all look a little bit too easy to defend. Goodness gracious, Nunix, what a Attack Visor. 4 people killed by Nunix. All of a sudden, there's a whopping 70 seconds left on the clock for the Red Jaguars to get their attack on. Oh, John Titor spent their Dragon Blade.
Yes,
Too bad.
I was about to say that. He spent it, but there was no kills. I didn't even know where he was. I couldn't see him in the team fight.
All right, it's time to cue the Rocky music. There's only one chance now. 2 more fights is the possibility here, Vapor Maid. 2 more fights for the Red Jaguars. That's all they have to get this payload through. They're making payload progress right now, but look at this. Cole and Unix from the top. They're just causing chaos, spreading the team out right now. 1354 is going to pop a Graviton Surge. Bacon Thief gets good pin. Reinhardt versus Reinhardt, but 1354 has really high energy. There's a nano boosted McCree with his Peacekeeper, and Unix doing that carry thing again. Attack Visor is popped from Punk TD, but Punk TD is basically fighting by themselves. Vapor Maid, this game may be wrapping up here soon. We may be looking at our champions right now.
It's probably gonna wrap up soon. I mean, they can try to go for the overtime, but I don't think really it's gonna happen. They're way too split with the spawn timers and everything. I don't even think they can reach the card anymore.
Here comes the Deadeye from Cole. We're about to hit overtime, Vapor Maid. There is a Graviton Surge from the attacking team. Sorry, the Red Jaguars not going to be getting anywhere near the card. This game has ended. Our grand finals had ended. A 2-0 victory for not Team 3. And the legend of Team 3 lives on. The meme team, you could call them, because of the old Minutemen joke. Not Team 3 takes it in our EU region Minutemen tournament. We're going to watch a quick play of the game, and I'm going to keep you guys on the stream for just a second here. I want to announce something for all of you viewers on Twitch and anybody who might have participated in the tournament today. We're going to watch Nunix get a 5 kill. It's been a long time.
Fire at will.
It was way too perfect. Did you just see the soldier? He was just looking at the dress and was like, oh god, please don't.
Man, haven't heard Athena say septuple kill in quite a while. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in with us today for the Softlock Minutemen tournament. The EU Region Minutemen tournament has come back. Our next one is going to be on February 11th. We are going to attempt to push an EU Minutemen event every other week. So that will be NA Minutemen happening every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday for Minutemen now. And the EU Minutemen will also be okay. No, wait. I got that right. One more time.
Minuteman is on Saturday.
NA Minutemen, 8 p.m. Eastern every Friday. EU Minutemen will be every other week, and it should be at around the time we started today. We will announce time soon. Not sure if we have those locked in yet. We're going to be aiming to do EU Region Minutemen every other week. So our next one will be February 11th, and then the respective one after that should be February 18th. The Cow League Open on Sundays as well will be every Sunday until Season 3 of competitive rank mode wraps up. Vaporbaid, I really appreciate you joining me here today and saving the production on stream. I feel bad when EU Minutemen happens, but we can't stream it because lack of production staff. So I really appreciate you showing up, and I hope everybody had a good time today. Appreciate you guys showing up to the stream. Support us in the Discord and pay attention as we will be having an event tomorrow. From all of us here at Softlock in the Competitive Overwatch League Discord, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out.